morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How's everyone doing today?
We're super.
That's the energy I want to have on a rainy day.
Wish I had it.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Town Supervisor Joseph D. Cavassini. I'm joined here today by my colleagues in government. From the 2nd Ward, Councilwoman Heather Odell. From the 3rd Ward, Councilman Chris Phillips. From the 4th Ward, Councilman Al Casella. And from the Dutchess County Legislature, Legislator Kevin Giles. Round of applause for our elected officials that are here, folks. We also have a very distinguished guest with us today. I served alongside her in the office of the town historian. She was our former town historian and daughter of former town supervisor Louis Deal. That's Brenda Von Berg.
Very proud of my dad. Very proud.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are tremendously honored and proud to dedicate this trailhead today, but also dedicate and open up a connector in this park that has been missing for quite some time, and that is our new bridge that is dedicated in memory of Francis Franny Reese, a true steward of our community. I would also be remiss if I did not acknowledge the many students and faculty from the Randolph School that have joined us here today as well. Thank you. And also thank you for the beautiful art installation as well at the entrance to the trail. The town of Wappinger, we purchased this property from Brenda and her late husband Hugo, and we finalized that purchase in 2024. This has been something that we have talked about over the course of many administrations, and we're proud to have executed on opening up a trailhead onto South Avenue that would connect the upper village to the lower Wappinger Creek. And that's been a true hallmark of what this administration, this town board has been attempting to do and accomplishing. And that has been creating connectors, creating centers of community that bring us together, get us in our parks. And this is a beautiful example of where folks will now be able to walk, bike, traverse from this side of town down to one of our most scenic ends of town along the lower Wappinger Creek. Last year, the town board also took action, and we added new kayak launching docks to the lower Wappinger Creek down at the other trailhead entrance there. It's something that no other town around has, and something that we are very proud to have offered to our residents. I believe the first weekend they went in, there was a line of cars down Creek Road of people using that, and that was absolutely a beautiful thing to see. And, you know, again, as I noted, in 2024, we acquired this property, and we quickly took action to get it accessible to our residents. There was a former structure that stood here, and perfect timing. I'd like to acknowledge our senior councilman for the 1st Ward, Councilman William Beal. Thank you. Councilman Beal, Councilman Casella, and the highway superintendent and I came onto this site the first day that we acquired it. And there was an old home that stood here, and many of you might remember it was actually leaning toward Route 9D, and it was a very unsafe structure. And we quickly took action. We issued an executive order that immediately demolished the site less than 24 hours after we acquired it. Before 8:30 in the morning, before Town Hall even opened that morning, the house was down. And I want to give a special shout out to Bill Schweibert, who was our resident contractor, who not only demolished the site, the building, he also put in this parking lot. He regraded this entire field here where there was a gaping hole, and the town board said, "What did we just buy?" But within 24 hours, our highway department and Bill Schweibert worked collaboratively to turn this site into what we see it today. And from there, we have been working aggressively to move forward with our connector, and that is our bridge. The bridge was taken out some 5-6 years ago after it was badly damaged in some storms and when trees came down on it. And we applied for a Hudson River Greenway grant at the cost of $77,000 and had the bridge fabricated and delivered here to the town of Wappinger. And again, Bill Schreiber, our resident contractor, volunteered and stepped up again. At no cost to the town of Wappinger, he facilitated the installation of this bridge, and we are grateful for him. I'd like to give him a round of applause as well. And that's where we're at today. This bridge was installed this past week. We are tremendously honored to open it to you, and we're tremendously honored to officially dedicate the Louis Deal Trailhead at Reese Park, and that's where you are today. And it's a long time coming, right, Brenda?
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to acknowledge the fact that Supervisor Deal was one of our longest serving supervisors, and he served in a truly transformational period in the history of our town. Not only was he born and raised in this town, he was a member of the local Lafayette Lodge of Oddfellows, a member of many other organizations. The Lafayette Lodge of Oddfellows recently dedicated that little free library at the entrance to the trail in memory of former Supervisor Deal, who's also a Noble Grand at the Oddfellows
I
Lodge.
didn't know that.
Your father also led the 100th anniversary festivities of the Oddfellows Lodge in town when he was only 18 years old. So from one young guy to another, I appreciated his long years of service to our community. And it was great seeing that picture of him in a room that I currently serve in the Oddfellows. But over time, he eventually was elected as town councilman. He served as town supervisor from 1968 to 1983, again, a truly transformational period when the town was starting to be developed. He brought in Governor Nelson Rockefeller to build the Fairchild Semiconductor plant, which formerly stood on All Angels Hill Road. He acquired sewer treatment plants across the town and began regional development. Again, first and foremost, he cared about his town, and that is why we recognize him today. But also we acknowledge the fact that this land that we're on was property of the Deal family and eventually acquired by Brenda and her husband. Former Supervisor Deal resided in that house just next door. That was his home. So we felt no better place to recognize him than on his home turf. So, with that, would anyone like to say a few words? Open it up.
I'll just say
Councilman Beal.
It's great to see Brenda. We go way back.
We're actually cousins.
Yeah, you got to be careful here in the town and village because we're all related somehow. So
Let's not talk about that.
my parents told me never argue with anyone in your district because they're probably your cousin. But you know, this extension of Reese Park really is important to me because my Eagle Scout project in 1994 was to revitalize the trails in Reese Park. And having this bridge in place to connect this side of the park to that side of the park is really, it's really a metaphor for what we do as a town board, connecting different parts of this town. And certainly today, to have you here is very special. To be able to dedicate this trailhead and be able to, you know, literally connect this side of the park to that side of the park is really monumental. So thank you for being here, Brenda, and thank you for your family.
I'm here for my dad.
Yes.
He's watching.
I'm sure he's smiling.
Yes, he is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before we cut the ceremonial ribbon to dedicate the trailhead here, we will work our way eventually down to the actual bridge, and we will walk across the bridge and do a ribbon cutting down there as well. I would like to note that the stone that you see here was actually the cap for the well that serviced the home. The home that stood here was built in the late 1790s and again, unfortunately, was beyond any sort of repair. Again, that first day I put my hand on the exterior wall and the wall literally kicked out from the foundation. So that's why we did that executive order to get it down. But we wanted to keep pieces of this site as a part of the new park. So this here is actually the well capstone. That's why there's a hole in the center. That's where the pump well came through in the pipe, which is very, very neat. And again, we are so excited to have you all here. So without further ado, we're going to cut this ribbon, and hopefully you all follow us down, and we will open up the new bridge as well. So if this cuts. All right. All right. 3, 2, 1, cut.
Hey!
So good morning, my name is Al Cassell, I'm the 4th Ward Council in the town of Wappinger. Today we're doing a rededication of the bridge over here over Hunter Creek. It's a great dedication, something where we haven't had a bridge in a long time. It was badly damaged before, and so we had some grants that we paid for it, and we also had Billy Schreiber come up and actually do this for free to do the actual install. So it's a great thing here. There's 2 access points. This is one access point off of 90. There's also another access point off Creek Road. And this is going to be a really nice event. This is going to be something that people will be able to cross the bridge. It's a beautiful walk down there. I was down there the other day. And I think it's something that, people will really thoroughly enjoy. Again, it's going to have 2 access points. And there's a lot of trails here. There's 40 acres. We want to thank Fanny Reese, because her family actually donated this particular property many, many years ago to the town. And it's a nature preserve, and it's a beautiful place. And again, people will have an opportunity to go down here and walk across that beautiful bridge. It goes across again, Hunter Creek, and it's again 40 acres. So I hope everybody gets an opportunity to come out here and enjoy it. And thank you for coming out. We do appreciate it. Have a great day. Thank you.
This is such a great project. I'm so glad that we're here to dedicate this, and I'm so excited that pedestrians will be able to walk over that bridge. It's going to be great.
What they put out, the same thing. Yeah, yeah, mushrooms are real important. Jeez. They say they can beat. Look for the, what they call mushrooms.
Everyone looking?
Yep.
You good? All right, 1, 2, 3.
Smile.
Hey! All right.
Okay, it seems pretty steady so far.
Yeah. It's a lot better than the last one.
Drop right there.
Yeah.
All right. Boy, getting this thing in.
Yeah, it was.
We made it.
Woo!
We made it. Okay.
What'd you guys think? You like it? Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you.
Our mission has been to build bridges on this town board, and we literally have. Look at this bridge right here, here at Reese Park, which really is close to my heart, because as an Eagle Scout candidate back in 1994, I revitalized the trails here at Reese Park under Supervisor Connie Smith. So here we are all these years later. This bridge needed to be replaced, and through grant funding, which we are grateful to have received, we're able to replace the bridge with a bridge that meets today's standards and is much safer, so that we can get from one side of Reese Park to the other side of Reese Park, which of course includes the Louis Deal Trailhead, which is a new addition. So the 38 acres of Reese Park now is about 40 acres, and this bridge allows us to connect one side to the other.
We hope everyone enjoyed our beautiful new Reese Park Bridge, as well as our new Louis Deal Trailhead. We have come such a long way in terms of revitalizing our parks and infrastructure all across the town, and opening up these connectors, truly our hallmark of what we believe in as a town board, as administration. We encourage you to come on out, and we hope to see you real soon out on the Wappinger Greenway Trail through Reese Park.